Good morning, children. Hope you all are good. So, yesterday we had discussed about the rules for writing the chemical formula, right? So, today we'll be writing some of the chemical formula of some simple molecular compounds. So, let's just get started. Hope you all have learned that complete table of valency, fine, because that is very important for writing the chemical formula. Now children, you can see the first one. They are asking for writing the chemical formula for hydrogen chloride, right? So first of all, the rule says that we need to write the symbols. Okay, fine. So we have written the symbol. For hydrogen it is H and for chloride it is Cl. Simply write down the valency of hydrogen, that is 1, and chloride it's 1, again 1. So now crisscross, this is what the formula says, crisscross, and then we get HCl. Fine, we've got this formula because H multiplied by 1 will give us 1 only, and Cl 1 gives us HCl. I hope this thing is clear. Similarly, we can do the rest of the chemical formula. Sorry. Now children, formula of water. So the elements present are hydrogen and oxygen, right? You can see here. First of all, we need to know that what are the elements that are present in the compound or in the molecule. So you can see here, hydrogen and oxygen are the two elements. First of all, we'll be writing the symbols. So for hydrogen it is H, for oxygen it is O. Now what is the valency for oxygen? It's 2, and for hydrogen it's 1. Now crisscross it and we get H2O. Fine, this is the formula. Similarly, students, formula of hydrogen sulfide, we can simply do it. The elements that are present are hydrogen and sulfur, and the valency of hydrogen is 1, sulfur it is 2. Crisscross it, H2 and S multiply with 1, we get S only, that is H2S. Fine. Now children, formula of ammonia. In formula of ammonia, that is NH3. I'm talking about its elements, so we have two. One is nitrogen, another one is hydrogen. So write down the symbol. For nitrogen it is N, for hydrogen it is H. Now simply write down the valency. For nitrogen it is 3. I have already told you this thing, that why the valencies are 3, 1 or 2. Fine, this thing I have already explained you. So hydrogen, the valency is 1. Now crisscross it, N and H 3. Fine. So the formula becomes NH3. Now children, formula of methane. Methane is CH4 and the elements they are carbon and hydrogen. So symbol are for carbon it is C, and for hydrogen you can see it is H. Now simply write down the valency. So carbon for it is 4 because it is tetravalent, and hydrogen it is 1. So C, fine, C1, that is C multiplied by 1 will give us C only, and H4. Fine. Now children, the next one, that is carbon dioxide. So in CO2 we have two elements. It contains carbon and oxygen. So you all can see here, writing the symbol about writing, first of all we need to write the symbol for carbon dioxide, and you can see here the symbol are carbon and oxygen. Fine. So what is the valency of carbon? That is 4, and for oxygen it is 2. Now valency we need to dividing by common factor, that is 2. So 2 ones are 2 and 2 twos are 4. So we get 2 and 1 finally. So simply crisscross it, C1 that is C, and O2, CO2. Fine. Now children, you can see here, these are the chemical formula of some simple ionic compounds. So we need to apply the rules here. Formula of sodium chloride. Let us quickly do it. So sodium chloride, we have sodium and chloride. Fine. What is the valency? Valency becomes 1 and 1. Fine. So simply 1 need not to write in the formula. So NaCl becomes your formula. You need to simplify the valencies, bache. Fine. The charge on valency. Remember this thing, we are not writing the charges. We just simply have to write the symbol. Fine. That is the main formula. So you can see here Mg in magnesium, and chloride is for Cl is for chloride. Simply write down the charge on valency. Charge is +2 and -1. And what about valency? It is 2 and 1. Remember this thing, we need to write down the valency. Here you can see they have written charge also and they have included valency also. But remember this thing, bache, in our formula we need to write down according to the valency. Okay? Always remember this thing. We need not to apply Mg plus Cl negative. These things we need not to apply here in the formula. Similarly, what about calcium oxide? You can see Ca is for calcium, O is for oxide. What is the charge on calcium? That is +2, and on oxygen it is -2. So we dividing by common factor 2, what we get? 2 ones are 2, 2 ones are 2. Okay, simply multiply it now, crisscross it, CaO, calcium oxide. Now children, formula for aluminium oxide. You all can see here, aluminium is, we are representing it with symbol Al and oxide with O. Okay, now what are the charges? Charges are +3 and -2. Fine, these are the charges. So we can easily write down the valency. Now Al2O3. So the valency becomes 2 here and here it is 3. Fine, so Al2O3 is your formula. Now children, these are some chemical formula of compounds containing polyatomic ions. So you can see here the bracket is there. I have already told you to learn this table also. So hope you all have learned it. If not, then please you have to learn it, bache, and make sure that you are sitting with your notebook and one pen. Fine, so you just need to practice each and everything. Now children, formula of potassium nitrate. Potassium is symbol K and nitrate it is NO3. So what is the charge on potassium? It is +1, and on NO3 it is -1. Simply crisscross it and we get KNO3. Fine. So now formula of sodium sulfate. Sodium it is Na and sulfate it is SO4. What are the charges? On sodium it is +1, on sulfate it is 2 negative. Fine. I have already told you to learn that table, bache. Until unless you will not be learning that table, you won't be able to write the chemical formula. Remember this thing. So simply crisscross it and the formula becomes Na2SO4. Similarly, the next you can see here the formula for calcium nitrate. So the symbols are calcium, Ca is for calcium, and nitrate, that is NO3. So what are the charges? On calcium it is 2, on nitrate it is 1. Crisscross, so Ca and NO3 whole bracket close 2. So this 2 is with NO3. Similarly children, you can see here aluminium phosphate. So aluminium it is Al for aluminium and phosphate it is PO4. Fine. Writing the charge, it's +3 -3. We'll simplify it. Fine, we're dividing the common factor 3. So we get 1 +1 and -1. So the formula becomes AlPO4. Similarly children, formula of ammonium carbonate. So ammonia is NH4 and carbonate is CO3. I have already told you the charges on NH4 and CO3. Simply writing that NH4 it is +1 and CO3 it is -2. So crisscross it now. So NH4 twice and then CO3. This is what the formula for ammonium carbonate is. Now they are asking copper sulfate. So simply doing that, copper and sulfate. Then charges are +2, -2 on sulfate. Dividing by common factor 2, so +1 -1. Crisscross it, CuSO4. This is the formula. Simply you can do the aluminium sulfate also, bache. Aluminium and sulfate. For aluminium the charge is +3, for sulfate it is -2. So Al2SO4 3. So this was all about your chemical formula. I hope the topic is clear. So we have done a lot of chemical compounds, fine, a lot of ionic compounds and their formula. Thank you everyone.